Alright, I was just going to take a second to just go over how to get your characters created here again. I've learned a lot of new stuff and kind of better practices. So everybody will have their own character for them in the players folder. Just pull that up. So like if it was Jackson, he's going to pull up Avarice, just pull it up, and that's how we start working on it. So just pretend this is you. I pull it up. First thing you want to do, I would do it anyway, even if you're not a spellcaster. I would go to settings, click primary, click spell likes, and just leave it so that way you at least get these up there. You may not use it, but it's good to have it. So, okay. So on your first thing here, since we're gonna just get classes in here, all your classes go down here in this bottom area. You'll go over to Compendium, which is up here in the corner. You just click it, and it's going to open up all these different things. You just browse classes and look up what you want to, put in. So let's just say Slayer is what we want it to be. You can either do the base Slayer, or if you've got an archetype, just go ahead and find it right there. So like you throw it in, you hit normal. And then for this, go ahead and just put in how many hit points you're going to gain for this level. So let's just put 12. Doesn't matter. Hit point, skill, alt. This is for your favorite class bonus. These two will figure in automatically. This won't, but it's good to pick whichever you're actually doing. I'm just going to do hit point to keep it simple. And then submit. So what's happened now is it has already began adjusting some of the things in here. Unfortunately, not every single archetype is filled out. So, which does kind of create a problem a little bit because it doesn't do your reflex saves or anything like that. It's okay. We can figure that out. What I would actually do though is go into this level 1 thing here. I would edit it, go to details, and start changing the things that that need to be changed. So your base attack bonus, depending on what you are, if you're a fighter, like a fighter class, it's going to be high. If it's a rogue type of class, it can be medium. If it's like a wizard spellcasting class, it's probably going to be low. Refer to your skill sheet, to your actual character sheet, like to either find that out or go to like Archives of Nethys and look. I know a Slayer is a full base attack bonus, so that's easy. Your skills per level, you would just look that up by you just pulling up your actual class. I like going here to do it just so I'm not basing it off of information that might be in Foundry, because it could be wrong. So we'll go to Slayer, for example. So their skills are 6 plus their intelligence modifier. So what you'll do is you'll just do 6, because the intellect will be figured in on its own. You can add your weapon proficiencies here. Any armor you're able to use, which, let's see. They can use simple martial, maybe want, and shields. So, okay. So in this case, it would be like that. Saving throws. It depends on what it is. You can tell on the Slayer sheet here, we've got a good saving throw progression, a good saving throw progression, and a poor saving throw progression. You can tell because it starts out with 0 on the will save. So Fortitude's always going to be good, Reflex is going to be good, this is going to be poor. Favorite class bonus is where you can actually put in what you're doing. Like maybe if you have something that says, whatever base attack bonus increase or whatever it is, you can type it in there. If you know a formula, you could put that in. You can assign your class skills here really quickly. So we'll just go quickly through this and just assign a couple just so it looks like, we add some. Okay, cool. That's obviously not what Slayer uses, but it's fine. Don't worry about changes or anything like this for now. Just keep that as it is. We're just going to close out of that. And then I would actually suggest doing the level up through experience. So you see, as I put in the experience, it gave me a level up button. Manual, I'll just put in 12 again. another hit point, and submit. So now you can tell that because we edited that first level and all the formulas with it, it's now starting to bring in all the correct formulas for our things here. You can see we're at out of 5,000. Let's just go ahead and put 5,000 so we get another level up. Just go to next, hit manual. Let's say, okay, we got another 12 hit points. Okay, cool. And then we're going to do skill this time. Okay, submit. So now we got that done. It's figured out most of this stuff. You can tell here on the attribute screen, I haven't even put anything in here. This is where I would put your raw, straight up, whatever they are from Roll20. Just whatever they are. Don't try and figure in racials or anything just yet. Mostly because I'm not sure how I'll figure it out. So let's just say we leave these at 10 and we haven't picked our race yet. See how it's blank on race? Let's just pick a race real quick. I'm just going to put gnome. Something I know has distinct things. You drag it over, drop it, and then it adds it in. So you can tell by adding the race, it figures in your racial modifiers. So don't drag your race in, otherwise you're going to have to go in and do it. You're going to adjust these after you do it. So whichever order you do it, if you're going to figure up your Roll20 ability scores, how they are currently, just make sure you account for the fact that your racials are going to change on top of that. Size, we're all medium or small at this point, but this is where you would change that if you needed to. You can tell that it filled in some of your racial stuff like dark vision, that sort of thing. Actually, I may have put that in. But here's how you put your languages in. You pick whatever you want. Hit update actor. Any resistances, fast healing, whatever you want to mark down, put it there. Combat. We're going to skip over combat for just a second because it's really important that we get the inventory figured out first, because that's where you're going to see a lot of your weapons and things like that. Features. This is where I'd probably do inventory last of all, because you might see things get changed as you add feats and class features. But every feat or feature or class feat or trait or whatever is under the compendium up here at the top. Browse features. That's where it's at. So let's just say we have power attack. There it is. Okay. Just drag that over. Oops. There we go. And then let's say we have weapon focus. Okay, and then we wanted to put a trait in here. So let's say reactionary trait. Bring it over. Let's say we needed a class feature, so sneak attack for slayers. Let's just say we wanted to get that in here. Definitely make sure when you're going through here that you are picking the one that is for your class. It will say it on the side. You could probably just sort it down here by going to Slayer and just do that. There we go. Now, the thing is, not everything in here is smart enough to add onto your things. So you can tell right here, there's obviously no attacks yet, so it doesn't even know you have sneak attack. We'll probably have to put that in manually. Skills, super simple to do. Unlock your thing up here. You can change anything you need to. Here, if you can, things that are class skills are already marked for you, but if you need to change it, you can do it here really easily. You can change your base stat if it's based off something else. Just make sure you lock it when you're done, and then start putting your ranks in to whatever it is. It'll tell you how much you have here. and you can tell you've got 18 right now because it's obviously not figuring in any intelligence, but let's just say your intelligence was 30, for example. Okay, it would come back and alter it to figure that for you. So you add in your skills, buffs. There's really not much for buffs here. You can you might have buffs that affect your character or things that you want always on or you can check on. We'll do that together if you need help. It is very specific to your thing. But there are buffs if you know there's one that you're going to have more than others. Like I know like sometimes like with the War Priest, they might have something that gives them bull strength. They can bring it over and turn it on and it will know what to do with it. Notes and biography, that's all you. Spells is where you would actually put spells, spell-like abilities, same thing. And if you need to add them, which I think Paul might with some of his stuff, that's where you go to spells over here, and you pull in what you need to. So for Alchemist, you can start bringing things over and whatever. Once you do find out what your weapons are very manual and customizable. So let's just say you have a scythe. Okay, bring it over, and once it's over here, you can begin editing in it with this tool here. You can change it to the size of whatever your creature is. You can add masterwork. If it's magical, you can add the enhancement bonus. That's kind of the higher level part of this, but as you start needing to add things, like if you need to change the damage, you can add in formulas to do that. If you have like, maybe you wanted to make sure that you accounted for a poison that is going to be on there, you can say DC Fortitude, the saving throw, poisoned, you can put poisoned, or if you know the poison, like if you happen to know what it is that you're looking for. Let's see if it's under here. I don't know if it is. No. Yeah, here we go. Let's see, green blood, green scale. Is this a poison? Yeah, it's a disease. Let's just say this is what did it. You can actually I believe you can bring this in here. Maybe not. Yeah, like that. You can say diseased, and you can just close it to save it. And what that will do is when we go to swing this weapon, and you go to attack with it, you can add extra damage dice or anything like this if you need to. You can turn on your power attack. Let's say you just single attack, you throw it out there, and you can tell that it added the green scale thing, which you can pull up to see what it does. Here's the DC for it. Just a lot of things like that. Another thing you can do when you're in here is you can change what your attack is based off of. So with this here, it's based off of strength, attack ability. So you can change the dexterity, attack roll. The damage, here's where you change that. So if you are wielding it with two hands, it's 1.5. If not, it's 1. Or maybe you get intelligence to do damage. You can change it there. Very customizable. A lot of the stuff is not one size fits all. We would really need to go through it together if you don't know for sure. But the important thing is here, this is where you start your character all together. Depending on the archetype and what it is, it may not have things filled out for you, so you might have to go in and tell it what you need to do. All right? Let me know if you need any help. I'll be glad to help.